Welcome to Curtis Ghost Corner, coming to you from a secret underground base in occupied America. Welcome back, all you enemies of democracy and thought criminals and extremists. And those of you that are new, welcome. From PJ Media. This is the follow-up video, the one about why they really raided Trump. This is about Kash Patel and some other people. Kash Patel is very well punched into the Trump world, and there he is on the right. Kash is a pretty sharp guy, and has been around a little bit. Intelligence Service, prosecuting, and the feds. I believe he was the assistant to the head of the Department of Defense and many other things. Kash he's got his pulse on the thumb of what's going on. Trump ally says he knows why the FBI was looking for a Mar-a-Lago raid. It's about the cover-up. Now, if those of you that haven't seen the other video, check it out as to why they did it, to cover their behinds, i.e., when I say they, I mean the FBI and the DOJ. The lead investigator of the House Representatives Committee on the Trump-Russia hoax says he knows why the FBI raided former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, and it didn't have anything to do with scary-sounding classified documents related to the nuclear weapons. Dun, dun, dun. As the DOJ got the Washington Post to spread on its behalf. When those of you that even hate Trump, when media and government dovetail together, that is dangerous, authoritarian BS. Be scared to death. You guys on the left that for a long, long time never trusted the government or the media. And now they're working hand in hand, dovetailed together, and you're defending them. Think about what you're doing. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump, but I digress. Kash Patel believes something is a mere afoot than a beef between Trump, the GSA, and the National Archives and Records Administration. The former federal national security prosecutor and Trump administrative chief of staff to the Department of Defense believes the FBI raided Trump's resort to seek and destroy any documents related to the Trump-Russia hoax. And there you have it. That Trump had previously classified back in 2020 and 2021. There's the real reason. They can't let those things get out. I'm surprised they haven't gotten out. Frankly, and if President Trump declassified those, and I believe he did, then he should be able to make copies. And I hope damn well he made copies. If he didn't, that's on him. I'll give him a criticism for that. I don't criticize Trump that much. The former federal prosecutor told Fox anchor Martha McCallum that Donald Trump issued sweeping declassification orders in 2021, including the Russiagate and Hillary Clinton email investigation documents. Now, you're going to get a short blip here from Kash Patel when he was with Martha McCallum. Let's take a listen.
Rigorous process to do that procedurally, but the President of the United States is and always been the ultimate unilateral classification authority to classify and declassify. If he says something is declassified, that's it. Then it's declassified. He issued a strong statement in October 2020 declassifying all Russiagate and all Hillary Clinton documents, and that's up on, publicly available. And then at the end of his administration in December and January, he felt so much more information needed to be classified. He declassified whole sets of documents that should have come out. Now, the GSA has since come out, the Government Service Administration, and said they mistakenly packed some boxes and moved them to Mar-a-Lago. That's not on the President. That's on the National Archives to sort that material out. They cannot prosecute him for intentionally, even if it was classified, which is highly unlikely since he issued these sweeping orders, like we went through with the Hillary Clinton saga. They'll never meet the burden of intent because the President didn't pack it up and take it himself. The GSA has said they did it and they made a mistake. And that should have been really the end of it. It should have been a cordial subpoena where, at most, where they said, okay, we just need this and we'll get the rest back to you. I mean, President Obama and President Clinton still have classified materials in their possession in their homes that they have not released to this.
There you go. Now, why hasn't all this been released? That it was declassified. Even Fox and them, why haven't they released all the details in the Russia hoax? Things they make you go, including the Republicans in Congress, I might add. When that is added to the comments by the Director of National Intelligence in the Trump administration, John Radcliffe, you begin to wonder what's really at play here. Sure. Like I said, things they make you go, Fox Business anchor Larry Ludlow, another former Trump official, that surely this is not about classified documents. He was talking to Radcliffe. And the president being in possession of those. It has to do because of the Department of Justice and the FBI have already set a standard that makes it virtually impossible to prosecute a case like that. They're after documents maybe that weren't declassified, and they thought they were. Who knows what's in there? And the problem is when the affidavit, of course the warrant's been issued, but they'll redact the affidavit, and they'll black out 2/3 of it. It's worthless. They're covering their own asses, just like Watergate. You get caught in the cover-up. The Washington Examiner reported that Radcliffe claimed that this was settled back in 2016, and people talk about Espionage Act and classified documents, all of that. This standard was set in 2016 with the Hillary Clinton email probe. That's right. What was it, 111, 170, something like that, classified documents and emails that weren't secure? Didn't fall under the Espionage Act. I wouldn't even, as much as I dislike Hillary Clinton, I wouldn't say it falls under the Espionage Act. The Department of Justice and the FBI said 6 years ago, you got to be able to prove intent. He's already denied that he had intent to do it. Intent to do what? What's he going to do? Sell the nuclear codes? They change them all the time, morons that believe that. Why would he keep nuclear codes that are no good? It makes no sense. That's like having a combination to a lock that's been replaced. Duh. For his part, Patel says he believes the FBI wants to scrub all the documents approving the Hillary Clinton election scam about Trump being a Russian agent. They actually said he was an agent of the Kremlin. Adam Schiff, wave the envelope. I have proof right here. No shadow of a doubt that President Trump colluded with the Russians to win the election. Then later said, well, we didn't really know that what we had was really not true, and bunch of assholes. Tearing down the country because you don't like somebody. The FBI, Department of Justice, Perkins Coie law firm, Fusion GPS, and the CIA knew the Russiagate narrative was a Hillary Clinton-approved hoax, but put their offices in the service of pushing and investigating it to keep Trump out of the White House. Now they're back at it again. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? On his Truth Social account, Patel wrote, DOJ and FBI and vindictive librarians at NARA continue to perpetuate the Russian hoax by seizing documents that President Trump declassified and the American people need to see. Bottom line is, they never want you to see their corrupt Russiagate documents and use any and all power to keep them from the American people. And there's a lot more to the article here. I'm not going to read it all because it'll make the video too long. Trump said via Twitter before the left-wing social media company deplatformed the president, I have fully authorized and total declassification of any of all documents pertaining to the single greatest political crime in American history, the Russia hoax. Likewise, the Hillary Clinton email scandal, no redactions. Where are those documents? And who has those documents? And why didn't Trump make a copy of them if they were declassified? If he didn't, that's on him. I'm sorry. And I really like the President Trump. Patel said the GSA would have dealt with the Department of Justice that would have had been my move as a national security prosecutor that prosecuted terrorist cases all the time. But he said it was an extreme national security measure taken for a wholly unnecessary national security approach. Attorney Harmeet Dillon told Fox News that in June meeting with the FBI resulted in an agreement to put a padlock on a room and everybody went away. But then all of a sudden, they come with this librarian-issued SWAT team to take these drastic steps, he told Tucker Carlson show. And I'm not going to go through all of this. You can read it. You know, Patel also made the statement, the GSA packed and moved all of Trump's papers and documents. Later, GSA officials said they made a mistake and took back some of the Trump documents in June. Trump asked the NARA if they needed any more documents. The next thing he knew, dozens of armed FBI agents were raiding his Florida home. What did they see in there they didn't take? That they reported back later and go, oh, crap. Why did you leave those documents in there? Oh, man, now he's going to go through and pull those out. We better raid him before he does. And it wasn't classified information for the security of the country. It was to cover their own asses. Sorry the video's going too long, but this is exactly what it is. They're covering their own behinds from the crap they pulled before. Russia, 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 Russia. Even Adam Schiff, pencil neck Schiff, said we had no way of knowing all those things weren't true. He wanted to believe them. It's like a false confession when you accuse somebody of a heinous crime and later found out they lied. All you do is apologize after ruining somebody's life. It happens all the time. All the time. Now they're afraid. They're afraid of this guy. They're afraid of Trump. And not because he's crazy, which he kind of is, but he's crazy in a good way. They're afraid of him because he's going to expose them all. Declassify everything. I wish he had made copies of those things, considering the Russia hoax that Hillary Clinton perpetuated. I pray to God that he did. Anyway, folks, it's not what you do, is why you do it. That's the old saying, and now we know why. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.